Okay, y'all, so I guess TikTok really is dead. Let me go ahead and get this up because my phone will not let me record a TikTok. So this is going up somewhere, probably on YouTube. And this is like the fourth time I tried to do this video, and I want to do a video. So whatever. I guess I can't really do long TikToks anymore. But I got this awesome deck in the mail. Thank you for buying one of the last copies of the Dracula Tarot. Um, and if you guys like it, I do recommend you reach out to her because they're thinking about putting it up somewhere, like Game Crafter or something. So if you do like it, let her know. But, so I bought the Dracula Tarot. This is a weird setup. Can I zoom out? There it goes. Okay, perfect. And then, so I bought this book on Thrift Books thinking it was a deck. And my fault that it wasn't the deck because it clearly states, like, hey, this has pages in it. What the hell is that? Oh, it's the thing. And so it was my fault. I like this sun card. I like the sun card too because it's very reminiscent of another one that I really like. Anyways, this deck reminds me a lot of the Vampire Tarot by Natalie Hertz. So I got it, and I was like super disappointed because I was like, oh, I thought this was the deck. But it's actually a really good book. It's actually a really good book, and it's got some really nice spreads in it. And look at that stake to the heart spread. And then it kind of, then you have like your information on it. But at the beginning of the book, so I went looking online because I'm like, these have to like actually exist in card form because all the cards in this book are black and white. So I went looking online. I'm like, dude, whatever. And I'm like, well, why don't I look at the book? And the smart thing I did, because at the beginning it tells you where you can go to pick up the book. And I went there, and that website is now defunct. But, I found a Facebook page that's the Dracula Tarot. It had this image on it. And I was like, okay, is this the actual creators or is this a fan page? And I saw them making like blog posts to a link that had a very similar URL. Like it was like the same beginning. And I'm like, well, maybe it's them. And then I looked on there and I really couldn't find anything. And then if you go to the shop pages, it was only like to buy the book. So I was like, okay, so I left a comment and I was like, do you have any more copies of this deck? Because I would love to work with the deck. I got the book. I want the deck. And she was like, actually, I do have a couple copies left. So I ordered one. And again, you might be able to find more copies from her. I think this is one of the last. Yeah, one of the last. So if you really want it, you might want to pick this up. I got it for $40, I want to say. Which isn't that bad. Especially for like an indie deck. I think that's a low end for an indie deck, actually. It's quite small, which I actually really like because now it is comparable to the other deck that I thought of, which is the All Hallows Tarot. This reminds me of that and the Vampire Tarot by Natalie Hertz, which I think I have right here. Let me see. I do have it right here. This one. I edged this one in purple. Like, it reminds me very much of this. So these are two decks that are very special to me. So obviously I want this one. So, and even more so now that it's a small size because I like different shaped tarot decks. Like, I'm all for the standard. I really like the long, kind of pointy ones, but I also really like these tiny ones just because they're so nice. Because I got small hands. So it's kind of, they're perfect. The Dracula Tarot. So let's go ahead and get in this. This is by Vicky Vladdy, which I think is the, Vladik, which I believe is the person I was talking to. And Anna Garrity. I believe that's the artist. So yeah. So this deck has been out for almost 15 years, I think she said. So yeah, nice little tuck box. Let's go ahead and just so you can see. Ooh, look at the backs. This is the Soul Trees Oracle deck, and as you can see, it's definitely a little bit smaller. And this deck is about, the Soul Trees is about standard tarot size. So you can see it's definitely smaller. Alright, let's go do a flip through. Also, I'll take this moment, if anybody is even still here, to check out my podcast I do with my husband in a cosmic sort of way on Spotify, SoundCloud. I believe we're on Apple and Libsyn too. So check that out. We're recording our second episode today, so get in early. But here we go. Let's do a flip through. Here we have the world. Look at that. I do like the little circle bits. And I do like how everything, I believe, is coffin shaped. It's actually kind of, and it fits like the back too. It's actually the back shape. Here we have the 2 of stakes. Okay, so they are not in order, which is fine. I'm going to get a little bit closer just so you can see. 2 of stakes. Here we have the 2 of knives. The 2 of goblets. 2 of coins. Okay, so it is in a certain order. Here we have the tower. I like how the evilness of the tower looks. See, I noticed in a lot of I don't like using the term spooky, but in more darker, not even darker, like vampire, Halloween, gothic type decks, I like the towers that aren't being like destroyed, but they just look menacing. like oh that's Dracula's tower. Like there's something bad in there. Don't go in there. 3 of stakes. 3 of knives. 3 of goblets. 3 of coins. 10 of stakes. 10 of knives. 10 of goblets. I will say it's a little bit dark. So just make sure you're not reading in low light. Here we have the sun. And I do like the sun. I like the sun a lot. And it's done in like the same way that the Vampire Tarot is. Where did I put that? Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Let me see if I can't find it. I moved the All Hallows that was on top of it. Okay, bringing back up. Let's look for the sun. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. Another spooky looking tower. This is probably my favorite deck of all time. This or the Soul Trees. So, let me see here. It's always the last card you look at. If anything, I'm just surprised it took me this long to find the Dracula Tarot with me liking, like, vampire stuff so much. Watch it. Oh, there it is. See, it was literally the last one. It was literally the last one. That's so funny. Okay. But you can see here, we have like this sort of vampire getting taken and this one kind of hiding. We have this one kind of hiding from the sun. It's very much more of, I tend to read as like very much Icarus, don't get too caught up in the good. Do your responsibilities. Like, you can't be in the sun all the time. Or sometimes at all. Anyways, okay, let's go back down. Because we got a lot of cards to go through. And I got stuff to do today. Here we have strength. Oh, I like that one. I love the art style in this so much. I love that sort of, I don't know, like, rustic vibe. I don't know. I really liked it. It almost looks like pen, almost. It looks manual. I'll say that. It looks manual. Look at the priestess. We still have like the black and white pillars. We have the stairs going into the door. which I think is very appropriate. Instead of like the veil, we just have the stairs, and then instead of like the ethereal world beyond the veil, we have them through the doors. It's just how I'm reading it. I don't know what the book says. I was going to read the book while I was reading for this, but I never got around to it. I've been so busy. Nine of Knives. That's fun to say. Nine of Knives. We have the Nine of Goblets. Nine of Coins. The Moon. The Magician. Everything he needs. The Lovers. Lord of Sticks. So we have Lord and Lady. Should have King and Queen. I'm assuming the Lord is the King, but you never know. That might be the Knight. Hierophant, the Hermit. Ooh, that's very pretty. It's a very pretty card. I hope you guys can see it. The Hangman, the Four of Stakes, the Four of Knives. That's very pretty too, actually. That does make me want to just take a nap. I mean, I know we got this guy looking at you, but I could totally take a nap. Four of Goblets is also very pretty. Coins, Fortune, Fool, Five of Stakes, Five of Knives, Five of Goblets, Five of Coins, Empress, Emperor, Eight of Stakes, Eight of Knives. Look at that too. See, even then, you're like less trapped than normally because you don't have the 8 swords. Like, you just have you just got your corners, but you have this fucking cloak over your head. Like, take the cloak off, you'll be fine. Eight of Goblets, which is very much of that 8 of Swords. Because I always thought too, like a lot of 8 of Swords was like, well, because the whole point is if you just undid yourself, you could easily get out. But sometimes I'm like, you are pretty gated in. Like, so that gives a little bit more wiggle room. Like, you could walk over those, but you're just being crazy. You gotta get out of your own head. And especially too, because I like the moon, how we have like little clouds. So even then, with there just being like a little bit of clouds, and we have a little bit of mountains, but we have this valley coming in. And it's like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad if you just kind of get out of your own situation. 8 of Coins, the Devil, 8 of Goblets. We have Death, Countess. Ooh, Countess. Maybe that's the Queen. The book would tell me. I'm sure the book would tell me. The Count of 6. That's probably the King. Count of Knives, Count of Goblets, Count of Coins, Chariot. And then here we have the Ace of Stakes, which is what's on the box in the book. The Ace of Stakes. Here we have the Ace of Knives, Ace of Goblets, and then here we have the Ace of Coins. So there we are, the Dracula Tarot. Let me pull you back out a little bit. And then let me see. Lord of Coins. 10. Lord. Countess. Count. Yes. Lady. Okay, so Lady is the page. Lord is the knight. Countess is the queen. And Count is the coins. Okay. Count is the coins. Count is the king. That makes sense. There we go. How well do they shuffle? Let's see. Oh, they shuffle really good, especially being that size. Like, and the cardstock is not bad at all. It's a nice cardstock. I usually don't like doing that because I'm always reading. Because if it's bad cardstock and you do that, then you just fucked up the card forever. But it slaps back pretty nice. So that's a really nice cardstock. Dare I riffle shuffle? I don't know, because it does kind of have that feel of like you might not want to riffle. Ooh, that had a nice sound to it. I'm not a good riffle shuffler, but that had a really nice sound to it. No, I'm a fan. Hello. Nine of Knives. Don't worry about it. Literally, don't worry about it. Shuffle however you want. Boop. Nine of Sticks. The Lovers. Amazing. So yeah, if you guys want it, I really recommend you reach out to her. Find the Facebook page. And yeah, you're in for a treat because this is actually really nice. It's really nice. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.